Hello and welcome back to week 4 of FCAO Introduction to Philosophy. I'm your teacher, Mr. Caravan, or you can call me Mr. K. This week we will be continuing our discussion on permanence and change. Our objectives are to become familiar with the metaphysical problem of permanence and change, to compare and contrast the different philosophical systems of the pre-Socratics, and to identify the progression of metaphysical theories. Let's return to last week when you researched these 5 pre-Socratics, and let's review this flowchart. Heraclitus introduced the idea that constant change and flow is the most basic characteristic of nature. Parmenides countered Heraclitus and said that change was not possible. He used the concept of pure reason. Empedocles combined the ideas of Heraclitus and Parmenides into his qualitative pluralism. Anaxagoras formalized the idea of Empedocles by introducing the notion of reductionism. And finally, Democritus developed the concept of atomism, further defining the ideas of Anaxagoras. This week, you are going to sell me on one of these pre-Socratic philosophers. You can choose any one of the 5 we just studied. And as a salesperson, you're going to be working on commission. All right, your economic survival will depend on you selling me this philosopher. All right, you need to explain to me fully the benefits of following this person's philosophic beliefs. Your philosopher has the best idea. I don't even care if you agree with him or not. To you, he does. For this project, he does. Sell me on this philosopher. You will find this online under the Used Philosophies Emporium. Your online assignment will link to a Google Slides presentation, but please be creative. Make it your own. All right, I want you to create a meaningful symbol to represent your philosopher. Maybe develop a slogan or a musical jingle would be pretty cool. Find a modern application for these philosophers, and then I want you to be able to defend them. I would like you to attack and criticize some of the other 5 pre-Socratics from this project. Study your competition, and remember, sell me on your philosopher, and then submit online. When you're done with that, you can move on to the next lesson of this week. Welcome back. Now let's talk about motion paradoxes and the last 2 pre-Socratics. Our objectives are to become familiar with the philosophy of Pythagoras and to be able to visualize the paradoxes of motion as described by Zeno, one of which will involve the Greek hero Achilles. The last 2 pre-Socratics, Pythagoras and Zeno of Elea, have had a long-lasting impact on the world of philosophy. Pythagoras believed in the universal truths of mathematics because its method of operation, its modus operandi, defined nature. Zeno of Elea was a disciple of Parmenides, my favorite pre-Socratic, even though he's incredibly frustrating. And Zeno of Elea possessed the skill of argument, which could dissect any piece of reasoning down to its barest definition. Reductio ad absurdum. However, before researching these last 2 pre-Socratics, we have some steps to take. First, you'll need to register for Packback. You should be able to simply click on the Packback link on Schoology, and you'll be walked through the creation process. However, if that doesn't work, there are directions on Schoology about how to register manually. under the Register for Packback directions. But like I said, simply clicking on that Packback link in the Week 4 folder should start the process. After registering with Packback, you're going to utilize that platform. So you're going to go into Week 4 and you're going to find the directions for the Packback, Zeno, and Pythagoras lesson. There's going to be 2 YouTube videos for you to watch. And then you're going to navigate to the Packback link for our class to engage in a discussion. The Packback discussion will look like this, where I ask, which of Zeno's paradoxes do you find the most interesting, and how would a Pythagorean counter Zeno's argument? It's very important to understand that you and I are Pythagoreans. We were raised in a society that believes in a reality of motion. Much of the mathematics you've studied, in fact, all of them, are based on this belief. I look forward to us experimenting with this new Packback discussion platform. Hopefully it's successful and you like it and I like it and we continue to use it in the future. Please feel free to let me know in an email what you thought of Packback. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.